Hello and welcome to the back office. Gary's mod. Gary. Hello, Dean. Good evening, sir. I'm not sure the screen grab is grabbing what it should, actually. Yeah. So let's try that again, shall we? Gary's mod. Oh, it appears to be Gary's mod proof. Let me just try a little bit of trickery there. It's very odd. It's very odd. If I move a web browser into that window. There we go. So you can see that. That's good. So when I go to Gary's mod, just doesn't have it. Deep State Globalist Games. Hello, sir. Hello to you. Hello to everybody. Sorry for the delay here, but I'm having a little bit of trouble with my display grabbing. It's very embarrassing, I have to say. Very unusual. Let's try that again. I'm going to try Gary's mod, but see if I can get it to run in a window or something. Options. Video. Run in a window. Come on. There we go. That's something. I don't like that it's got the little bar at the top, but that's good enough for me. It's actually got the bar at the top and it's also missing the bar at the bottom. So it's double whammy. Anyway, back to it. So I haven't played Gary's mod for forever, basically. I want to say forever. It's been a long time. And it's something I want to get back into. I remember having a lot of fun with it, but I'm damned if I can remember how to do anything in it. The game is called Gary's mod. Yeah, I don't know what it's called. It's basically a Half-Life 2 hack type thing, and it's called Gary's mod. I think it's probably a mod pack. Officially, it would be a mod pack called Gary's mod. So I'm going to try to. There we go. Got into that. So it's a bit interesting in that it uses certain features from the sort of Half-Life game, and it sort of modded them ever so slightly so that you can use them. So there's you just running around. You play, I think you can choose your character, normally a doctor one. But the bit that makes it fun, of course, is this palette. So you just decide I want to create something, put it there, and then you can move it around with this. But what I do like to do, I have to admit, I do like sometimes maybe to create a few bad guys. Oh. I thought they were a bit more animated last time I played this, but I love that ragdoll physics. Look at that. Anyway, let's not worry about these guys. The bit that I always liked was messing with vehicles. So you've got these vehicle models, and then you've got real vehicles. So I'll show you the difference. So if you've got a vehicle model, that's a vehicle model. You can't do anything in it. So you can't. Oh, you cock! So you can't do anything with it apart from drop it on yourself and king yourself. But then if you go into this menu here, you've got the other vehicles, and these are like the genuine. Forget chairs. There we go. These are the genuine vehicles, like you have in Half-Life. Woohoo! So these are sort of constrained by all the regular physics of the vehicle. So if you go in water, for example, oh, this is an airboat, of course. Duh. Let's see what we can do with an airboat. That was a bad example, actually, I wanted to show you, but I'm going to show you how you can pimp things. So you've got your airboat. If you look in, I think I'm going to go to spawn list builder, maybe. Steel, gear, through general. Oops. There was a sort of lump of steel I just created, but I don't know where I put it. Try again. Oh, there it is. Jeez, look at that. I just chucked that all the way over there. Forget it. Forget it. That's not what I want to show you. What you can do is have a look. I'm really lost, so just bear with me at the minute. I'm lost. Constraints, construction, lamps, thruster. There you go. That's what you want. So at the top here it says forward and reverse. Numpad 6. I'm going to put numpad 8 for forward and numpad 2 for reverse. And then what you can do, you've got this little itty bitty thruster. You can just start applying it to objects within the game. Now these operate independently of your other keys. So if I just push 8 and 6, you can see now they're operating totally independently. But that's fine. That gives you a lot of fun in your vehicle. So you get in your sort of airboat. Now I'm going to do a bit of a thrust in a moment. Ready? I'm going to thrust up that hill. Right. Let's take a run up. So going forward normally. Now thrust! Woohoo! Ah. Okay. There you go. Now, to add a little bit more control then, what I like to do is I hold down Q again and I'm going to do forward, and I'm going to set forward to 4 and reverse to 6. Because I want to put a thruster that's going to go forward 4, which would be on the right hand side. And then I'm going to go to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to say forward 6, reverse 4. And then plug it on that side. So technically now I should be able to steer this one. So forward, backwards, left and right. Jet thrusters! That's pretty insane. So let's have a go at this now. Woo! Yeah, bitches! Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Oh. Right, so that's good. That's basics. Basically the basics. Hi, Half-Life 3. How suitable a name. So other things you can do. I like to sometimes just do stuff like that. Ready? Woo! Off they go. This could be quite fun actually if you want to sort of make some sort of insano weapon. Because you can of course just fire them, leave them against the wall. And then kill yourself. Ah! Death by thruster. Right. So let's do something serious now that you've got the basics here. And I'm trying to think. There's a way of clearing the screen. Utilities. Clean up. Everything. Let's do that. Everything's cleaned up. So we're starting again. So what I want to do now, this is where it gets really fun. So find something like the vehicles and get, I don't know, this cool looking thing. Actually, that's a bit too organic and weird. That's not what I want, actually. Let's try something else. Something a bit more rigid, like... I thought there was something a bit more interesting, to be honest. But let's try the helicopter. So the helicopter isn't an object you can fly. Hey, Paul, you got to get this. You're going to love this. And then we're going to, again, go into the whole building things with rockets and stuff. So I'm going to say forward 8, backwards 2. And I think if we look here, you probably can just set up defaults for those. Sound effects, steam is okay actually. Force, you can tell right at set the force these exert. So I'm going to want this to fly. I wish I could fly. So what you do before, before I die, if you I think if you hold down the right button, see when you hold down the right button you can suspend it in mid-air so it's up out of your way. So I've got it out of the way now, so now I can sort of focus on my construction of my thruster of doom, which is again I kind of think, what do you want for up? I'm just looking at the keyboard here to see what's a sensible. I'm just gonna go for 8 for now. It's not good choice, but we'll go for 8, and I'm gonna mount one here. Mount one. It's weird. It's got like a kind of not quite the same on both sides thing going on, but I think it's about there. And we need one on the nose. Now you can't tell. It's not like Kerbal Space Program where you've got like some sort of center of mass thing you can use to work out. At least I don't know if there is or not. So we want to switch back to the not the gravity gun, physics gun. Right. So let's see if we can launch this bad boy. Woohoo! Sheesh. It's in there. Can you hear it? Where's it gone? Get back out here. So I used to do all sorts of things in Gary's mod just to sort of mess around, including making traps. You can set up sort of NPC. How do you turn this bloody thing? Like zombies, and of course have a lot of fun with those. In fact, let's have a look at those NPCs again. These are probably real NPCs. Nice. Because before I had just that sort of ragdoll dead body, but you can probably put actual real moving things. So yeah, prison guards were quite. I'm shielded. Yay! Hello, copy not righted. How are you? No. So I think I need to set up a sort of Wile E. Coyote type trap here. If I can avoid getting killed for a moment. Is that a grenade? Let me just take this guy out. But if you're going to take him out, gravity gun, always the gravity gun. I need something. Oh! What the heck? Seem to be immune to the gravity gun, but not immune to that. Right, just making sure. Let's see what else we can do. So I think we should make a better vehicle, because I think that first vehicle was a bit naff. So, but the vehicle we got to make has got to be made entirely, I think, of actual normal objects. So let's just clear up everything now. I've got a pretty clear thing in my mind of what we're going to do. So we're going to use basically, let's see, some sort of prop here. Specialize. So we've got wheels. Yes, we're going to put some wheels on. We need a body. So I'm just looking through this list of basic parts to see what you can make the body out of. So you've got some of these RSJ things, but they're not very big. So I'm not sure they're totally suitable. Let's just see. I want to just get the basic physics right to see how we can actually bolt wheels. I do recall you could bolt wheels to things. So there's a wheel. You'll like this if you haven't done this before. You can actually bolt a wheel to something, or do you have to make an axle? And then you can actually just drive them. You can steer them independently and set their direction and force and all that sort of jazz. How do you bloody do it? That is the question. Because I remember basically getting things like RSJs and stuff. Maybe you have to use these. Axis elastic motor. A motor is controlled like we're turn around when set the motor to spin only when you hold the button down. Forward, 8 and 5. Okay, so there we go. It seems to be great start. Okay. So now we just need something to form the basis of the vehicle. So this looks like quite... Oh, this is cool. That's a sort of vehicle-y looking thing. So I'm just going to sort of try to get this off the ground slightly. Yeah, I'm fine, by the way. Sorry, copy not right. I'm so engrossed in trying to learn Half-Life Gary's mod that I didn't see your message there. Very rude of me. Truck tyre. That's what we want. So let's fetch that over. Shit. I don't know how you draw it in. I'm sure there must be a way of bringing it close. Maybe if you just drop it above you, you can catch it when it comes down if you're quick. Yeah, that does it. No. Right. So we had that option there in the physics things of making a motor. And it's forward and 8, numpad 5. We're going to hit that. Yeah. Somehow I don't think these wheels are big enough. Yeah. Yeah, I was really quite tired, copy not right, when I got home, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a little go on some games to try to sort of figure out, you know, some of these old school things I've got sitting in my Steam folder. And I do remember having a lot of fun with this, but I have to admit, it is quite... I'm finding it kind of difficult to remember what you're supposed to do. Tell you what, let's just cheat, shall we? What the heck? Pneumonia? That's no good, is it? Now what you could do in this, there was a... Oh, you can do a... Can you? Multiplayer game, that's interesting. Single player. 2 players. Back office. Show. Peer-to-peer. There you go. So I don't know if you can play this multiplayer, but if you can, welcome to join. 9 hours in hospital. Bloody hell. Pneumonia. I don't even know what pneumonia is. Is it a bit of like a cold? So what I was looking for, by the way, just in there, you can, if I remember, you can actually load up things from... there we go. That's better. So you don't have to, you know how to do everything yourself. You can actually just load things up from other people. Oh, look what this thing's pretty awesome, isn't it? This is that's quite handy though, isn't it? That's like a thing that's ready to go that I can probably try to make that work. So let's go again now to utilities and motor. Can we make this thing a motor? Okay. That sounds very unpleasant. I'm guessing you're better now, hopefully, or at least on the mend. Scenes. Buildings, others. So if you go through anyway, you can find things that other people have made, and they've made sort of whole big, you know, even things like zombie killing. I'm stuck in the friggin' model now. So yeah, I want to just kill myself so I can get out of this. So they made it like zombie killing things, and there you go, and stuff for you to sort of explore, make your own Takeshi's Castle type thing going on. Oh, that's pretty cool that even those things can catch fire. What does that say? Back office show. Yeah, I'm not being very productive today, I have to admit, in this game. Sun editor. The weapons are insane, by the way. If you can actually load up. I mean, just looking here, weapons, buildings. I just don't know how you used to do it. You used to be able to load up weapons that people had created, and they had these insane weapons. I thought it'd be under this dupes thing. Yeah, BioShock's good. I really want to play the original BioShock. I never really gave it much time. I played the underwater one. I think that was the second. I think the first one was underwater too. Ooh, what's this thing? Yes. Okay. What I feel is I need to reset this map so we can try out this guy's mech that he's made. Right. Where the hell is it gone? Oh well, let's just try this AT-AT thing. Oh, what's this prop limit? Bloody hell, what is a prop limit? And why do I have it? So I'm trying to use some num keys. Apparently it's controllable via the num keys, but I think it's... You can see its little back legs run in there. But yeah, I've hit some sort of limit here. Yeah. I've balked it, basically. I've balked it. It sounds like it's even, you know, cocked up here totally. Should we try another game? I think that was alright, you know, as a bit of fun, but it's not really going anywhere. So I think, damn it, come on. My PC's just dancing around now. Okay. Any idea how you shut it down? I think, please shut down. Okay, maybe it's gone. Maybe it's gone now. So I'm just going to load up Steam, and we'll see what games. This is going terribly. This is really awful. If you're at home watching this, just don't bother. There's better, way better things to watch right now. So apparently in my list I don't have any games installed apart from Gary's mod Gunmetal. Legend of Grimrock. Yeah, I quite like that actually. Should we have a quick go of Legend of Grimrock? I don't know if any of you seen that, but if you had an old Atari ST, again. I'm just going to try to make it windowed. There we go. Start from the beginning. Let's do it. Oh, it's going to make us watch this. There's no, you know, there's no sort of automated skippy thing, voices, anything like that. You just got to like sit here. There must be a way of skipping this bloody thing. Escape, yeah, that seems to work. Can't remember the keys. Nothing. It's quite a good game actually. I really need to play it a little bit more. I played it for quite a while once and got into the point where it was starting to get tricky, and unfortunately I felt the combat system was a bit clunky, so I don't think I was doing it right. So I've probably got to sort of figure out what's going on with that aspect of it. Trousers, jumper. I'm not sure if you're handed as well, for example. So if you've got something in your right hand, is it a handicap or not? No stone there. So I'm going to put the stone on the floor to keep the door open. You get the idea. It's pretty much old school stuff going on. Oh yeah, and if you've got your character, you obviously have to dress them up. Now I'm lost already. Absolutely lost. I think I was just in there. So there is a map actually. There we go. Tab. So I'm trying to remember the name of the game on the Atari ST that was very much like this. I want to say Dungeon Master, which I find exceedingly difficult to play now because it does feel that bit clunky. No, I don't play World of Warcraft. Hey Watcher 75, that's it. Yeah, Dungeon Master. Loose rock. There you go, a loose rock. MIDI maze. Yeah, let's have a go at MIDI maze. The internet ruined everything. You used to have loads of fun with games like that. I think I got enough torches now. Torches do burn out if I recall. So there's a slug and pretty much unarmed, but this dude is actually magic. Now how do we do his magic? I think he can't be holding anything. I think that was basically one of the rules. And I think you kind of select your magic runic symbols and then you hit this button and it doesn't work. Do a magic please. No. So I'm right clicking basically on the dudes, but they take time to charge up. Magic! Yes. Discovered a new spell. So that way then you can get some nice fresh slug meats and then you can eat them. Sounds like eating an apple, but that's fine. And off you go. Bon appetit. Fresh slug. So World of Warcraft does I like the idea of those things, but I just don't invest the time in anything. I don't even play the games I already own, which is kind of annoying to me. I seem to collect games now more than play them, which, you know, it's not ideal. I kind of think I would like maybe Eve. I'd probably like to have a go at Eve. But that looks like even more of a whole second job than something like Warcraft. Do any of you guys play Eve at all? Keep that rock for later. Okay, let's see if we've got any better chance of... Oh, yes. Crap. Come on, dude. Nice, that was pretty good going actually. I like that the blade was still in him, basically. Yes, come on. First time I played this, I couldn't even kill these buggers. Just could not figure out the combat system. But it's not too bad. Look at that. Yeah. So I like that they're picking up the daggers as you go along automatically. There we go. Bit of an hole. Ah, there's a thing over there, so I think you can throw a stone on it. So it's a bit like Nightmare, isn't it? Warning, team! Oh. I think I just threw it down the hole. Shit! Why didn't he just stop at the edge? What the heck is that? Shh! What is that noise? That is terrifying. To close the pit, something needs to fly. Okay, so it didn't seem to... It's good, it was fair enough. I think you need to throw that stone. How you chuck a stone? Oh, I think... Let's just do it as if we're... Yes. So you chuck it the same way you chuck it in combat. I was genuinely starting to freak out from that sound. It sounded like some huge dude coming up to get me. And in this game, there are huge dudes that come up and get you. And because the control system's so flunky, the combat system, they'll start caning you and you're freaking out. It's good. It sort of gives you that tension, but maybe not for the right reasons. Okay. That one. Left. Warning, team! Right, so we've got a door here that doesn't seem to want to open. Needs a key. I've got a key. That's fine. Quick look here. Anything interesting? Nah. Heal my sight! Nothing is good. Okay. Let's come back to that later. Nothing good is ever on the other side of those sorts of gates, by the way. They're always there to sort of keep out something horrible. I think I can handle a slug boy. Trying a different spell for this guy. Didn't work. Come on. Why did that shut? It's quite good. They can't get past each other, so you can just sit here and grind on them. Slug meat. So did anybody, apart from the sorry state of pneumonia, did anybody do anything less life-threatening today? I had 3 tall coffees, so you know I'm pretty sailing close to the wind. Slug meat. Oh, too much slug meat, if anything. So you see your thingies. Oh, there's one of those orbs, which I suspect are one of those eyes. Your flamey things do run out. Oh, cock. It's okay. See, maps are bloody useful in this game. Oh. I like the way he just sort of scurried off. If scurry is the right word for describing how a snail moves. Slither. Gotcha. Okay. More clothes. I need to clothe my people now, I think. There's something... It does have those sorts of limitations, by the way, that, you know, a sorcerer can only wear this and a that can only wear whatever. Okay, that'll do. We are clothed. Clothed. Something looks suspicious here. I'm just going to have a little bit of a click around. Yeah, it's normally pretty revealing though, isn't it, when there's something you can find. Let's find that thing here. Then we got to go meet the fungus boys. Good. I probably ought to go into YouTube and correct it. Stop telling people that I'm playing Gary's mod. Ooh. Eat fire, fungus face. I kind of want to kill him before I heal. Seeing as I've... Oh. Okay. So there's a way of sleeping now. Let's try to remember how you do it. Zzz. So when you sleep, you can see your energy and life heals up at a certain rate. It would be quite useful in Diablo if you could have done that. Unfortunately, Diablo is way more solid. Right, let's do this. Nice. Come on, come on. Eat this, fungus face. Dope. Come on. Yeah, I also wish... I think you should be able to close the gates on the bad dudes. I think that's a very good point. It you can sort of close them just to stop him hitting you for a bit, but it doesn't really offer you that much time. Look, like this guy, he's pretty poorly now, so you're gonna have to go into your Z's. It's not... I don't know if... Maybe if there might be a more turn-based mode, but it's not sort of turn-based. It's semi... I want to say semi-turn-based, if that even makes sense. You can see that things take a certain amount of time to perform. Actions certainly take a certain amount of time to perform. Oh, I lost that. Nice. In the face. And if you get your timing right, you can sort of just give them a constant barrage of abuse. But you do seem to miss quite a lot. There we go. That's not too bad though, we did alright. Is that a mushroom? A toadstool. I think some things you can eat can injure you. That's what we want. Oh, we're running out of torches. Tar bead. There we go, that wasn't a particularly tricky puzzle. Ah! Okay, that's a nice looking... Does anybody remember Thief, by the way? I really, I really remember the Thief game and sort of recall that I did quite like that. The Dark Project. It was probably one of the first kind of creepy creep and kill type games. But you had all these different arrows, and each arrow had, you know, you had ones which make noise and ones which put out candles and stuff. It was a great game. Ah! Ah! So now we've got a dude. I don't know how you block, for example, or if you even can block. Ah, ha ha! Now we have some real stuff. How'd you get that spear? What? There we go. That's good. So now it's sort of like a semi-ranged weapon, which is neat. Let's get a new one of those things. How do I get rid of this bloody one? There we go. Fresh one. Okay. Who has the shield? This guy can have a shield. Look how hard he is. Yes. Yes, sirree. See if we can save. A bit of a save. Okay, just said game saved when I hit that. These are scrolls of lore that I could be reading, but I'm just not going to bother right now. Door that plainly we can't get through. Let's go down into the dungeons. I fancy having a go at this squiddly diddly now that we've got a dude with us. Oh, yes. You wouldn't want that in your face. Oh, yeah. Oh, he missed that time. Come on. Kontar Stone Skull gained a level. Mork gained from level. Mork from Orc. Nanu, nanu. I'm refraining from swearing, by the way, because YouTube is copy not righted. Enjoy your sleep, sir. Because YouTube does a thing where they don't like you swearing, and you have to put a mature audience filter on. And that sounded like extra work for me, so I'm going to just refrain from profanity. It's so unnecessary. Come on, come on, come on. Have it. Yeah, look, I don't think I've ever got levels up before now. Let's see how we do this. Little flashing star. So I've got 4 skill points. 3. It seems to be you add it to the core skill, which then affects your sub skill thingies. I'm going to just say, does that count as unarmed combat? Knives? No. Let's say swords though, right? Swords, athletics, armors, and unarmed combat. There you go. That sounds pretty good. Swordsman, I don't know. I'm just randomly clicking them. I don't care enough right now. Cool, this could be useful though. So currently you've got 2 in fire magic, spellcraft. I want all the fire magics. There we go. I've gained fire resist apparently. I do remember in Dungeon Master that you could choose your characters by looking in. I don't know if it was looking in a mirror or looking in a portrait. It was something like that as you wandered around. And I can't remember if you have the option of choosing your characters in this. Certainly I didn't in the beginning, but I kind of... So I can hear in my headphones this sound that sounds like someone's behind me, but... someone's behind that door, aren't they? I like cheese! I like cheese! Captivated gamer. Gaming. I like cheese too. What's your favourite cheese? All the cheese talk, all day. I like a good cheddar, I have to admit, but I'm not really that fussy about. Ooh, that was nice. I like a good cheese. I do quite like a good biscuit as well. A good biscuit with a cup of tea. Oh, look at that little dude! Whoa! Yes. Oh no, he's still there. I thought he was dead. Get him with flame. That guy is a monster. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Jeez Louise, that was pretty screwy. Let's have a little sleepy. Yeah, portraits in Dungeon Master, you could also reincarnate them without any built-in skill sets. That was cool. Oh, hang on, something's happened here. It's doing a thing. By the way, I've made a really cool green screen contraption here that you can't see, but it's really effective. So what I'm going to do is, while you're watching this, I'm going to see if I can turn that off to show you the true extent of my ingenuity. So I've hung from the ceiling this bit of rag. You know, I had all these relatively decent green screens, so now I've just got a bit of rag hung from the ceiling with a couple of magnets in the bottom that's sort of weighing it down. And lo and behold, it actually works pretty well. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I've promptly lost everybody who's watching, so you four that are sticking with me are the hardcore people with nothing better to do, like me, who's got nothing better to do than sit here and stream. Track phone. Just looking at my phone here. Apparently, I've got some shipping on my way. Now, I don't know if you ever get this, but I get a lot of text messages and emails, mainly emails, sent to somebody who thinks they're me, in that they always use the same wrong email address, which is my email address. And it's just bizarre because they must never get any of the emails that they configure their thing with. And I always thought it was actually spam. I was quite sure it was spam until I started contacting that person, or people who were sort of CC'd on their emails and saying, this isn't their email address, just stop using it, and tell them. Can you phone them up right now and tell them? And they did. They said yep, and told them, and yet I still get endless emails from them, and it's like pictures to their family and all this stuff that they're sort of sending, inviting them to parties and all these things. Rare cheddar. And it's like, how have they not realised this is happening? How many times do I have to tell them? So that sort of leads me to wonder if it's some sort of really weird modern way of doing spam, like a really high investment in their time, these spammers, by look at that, that's some nice looking weapons now, by trying to like do the long game on me by just sending me over for like last 10 years this person's emails. But I don't know what you can do about it. It's like sometimes you get like an old lady or something phone you thinking they're phoning their grandkid up, and it's on my phone, and I'm like, no, this is my phone. And they're like, I remember this, and I was getting really annoyed about it. I thought it was a joke, and then I said, come on, I tell you what, Mrs., this is definitely not young Timmy. I'm definitely not young Timmy. And she was like, come on, Timmy, don't be silly now. Stop being silly. And then I had a call, another call from an old bloke not that long later saying, come on, Timothy, this is not on. Your grandmother's trying to speak to you and you keep messing her around on the phone. You know, and I was just like, I'm not bloody Timothy. So I don't know if it was a wind-up. It was, again, must have been someone very... If it wasn't a wind-up, they must have been really into it, because it went on for ages, like weeks and weeks and weeks. So yeah, some people just shouldn't be allowed to have technology. I think that's the conclusion. Oh, there's loads of good stuff in there. Arrows. Arrows. Ranged attack would be quite good in this game. I think I would enjoy a bit of ranged attacking. It does look like we need to figure out how to get through here. That's definitely... Oh, there was a key somewhere. Yeah. I do like this, that the key is like just immediately sort of preceding the object, the door. Is this one of those ones where you got to do both at the same time? You bet your ass it is. Yeah. Oh. That's only half the problem. Okay. Let's get another stone from somewhere. Yeah, okay, alright, I tell you what, let me just change this. Grimrock. I'm going to change it to Grimrock. I don't know, it's weird, when you do the live stream thing, I don't know when, there's no save button or anything, so I don't know when YouTube applies the name change. If you can figure out a way for me to stream from an Atari ST, I will do it. I did have a sort of capture device, but I gave it to Guru Larry, so you can ask him about it. Actually, I can. I do. Here you go. That's a streaming solution for the Atari ST. That would work. Yeah, maybe next time, though. Maybe next time. I think that... I think this has got the spirit, though, of the... ooh, that's a scary looking thing. Uh-oh, that wasn't good. That's got quite a quick attack cycle, hasn't it? Do I have to wait till it's close before I can hit it? Uh-oh, shit. Oh, I didn't even feel that. I could be in trouble here. Okay, that was bad. Now that guy, let's see, is he actually dead or what? Spell casting. She doesn't do magics. The name change happened immediately. Okay, so my bad. I will be doing the name changing more promptly in the future. I'm just seeing how if there's any way you can heal that guy, for example. He certainly needs a bit of health, maybe a bit of sleep. How about that? No. He needs to be reanimated by somebody. Anywho, we'll worry about that later. Don't know if there's... Oh God, I can hear these noises. Slugbutt in there. Now if I can figure out how to reanimate that guy, it would be good. Maybe those crystals can do it. Or maybe you just stay dead forever, I don't know. I think we have to fight the slug guys, snails. Nothing else in here. Ah. Come on. I don't know if you're just supposed to try to evade. Ooh. Ooh, I'm stuck in there. Resurrected the brew crystals. Okay, got you. I think I'll be alright. No, I might not be actually. No. Food doesn't help. Come on. Things aren't looking good. No, no, no energy. Run away. I can't run away. Go to sleep. Oh, my life. Damn you, Grimrock. Damn you. That was cool, though. I quite like that. Let's just check out the dungeon editor. I don't know what the dungeon editor is. Look at this. This is intriguing, isn't it? New project. I could do one based on the back office, totally. How cool is that? That is, it's cool, but probably really tedious. Yeah, go to sleep so you can't see death is coming. That sounds like really good advice for most people on the doors of death. Look at that. That's really cool. Can make your own dungeon. A rude dungeon. So you have to be able to traverse my rude dungeon. Yeah, look at that. Assassin's Dagger. This is quite a really cool little setup here, isn't it? Okay, so let's say that's it done now. I'm happy with that. You just play it? Oh, look at that! You play it in the actual map editor. That is freaking amazing. No way. Also, look, a 3x3 room is actually feels huge. That is bonkers. Look at that. Yeah. All right, but you know, I can't. Back to main menu. No, don't save it. That's just me avoiding. Let's just see though if I've got any other autosave game. I think that's all right, isn't it? That seems fairly. Yes. Not too far, but far enough to be bloody annoying. I don't remember finding any good stuff, so I'm not going to go back and hunt for it. Now there must be a better way of doing the fire magic. I'm going to try to check that out. So when I click fire, I'm going to... Right, good. Now some of you already have played Grimrock, so I'm just going to explain to you what my issue is, and then you can let me know. I want to do fireball. I'm always want to do the same bit of magic over and over. So my process at the moment is right click on the hand, and then it seems I have to sort of click on that basically, and then click that. If I click that without anything, it doesn't do anything, so I've got to do that first. But it does seem like quite a tedious process. Is there a way I can just, you know, right click on it right away and it will, you know, do something? So if there is, please feel free. And those of you watching the channel saw I had those 2000 AD. I think Methanoid, you definitely would have seen that and been intrigued by it. I am almost too scared to read those annuals because they feel like they could fall apart. So I bought those to read them and go, yeah, I'm going to read them cover to cover like I was when I were a lad. But yeah, now I'm too freaked out that if I fumble them, finger them, they will dissolve into nothingness and my piece of history will be forever lost. Like a Clive Sinclair calculator I ruined. There is one saving grace actually from that issue with the sort of magic. Oh, I can level up at the same time. Is that you can just keep using at least the right click. You don't have to switch to left. CBR Electronic. You can prepare spells beforehand for each cast. Yeah, okay. Bit annoying. But if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. I think I got to invest in a bit of all kinds of magic. Can't just be fire though, because we saw that that flying dude did not care about the magic at all. What, another one? Bloody hell. Yes, a bit of a little sleepy. I do recall these. Come on. This isn't tedious, right? I do like the idea of digital comics. What I'd really love, I'm hoping that one day they'll exist, which will be a really large format tablet, which will be like A4, so I can read my comics in that format. Because when I used to have a Mac, I did have some of the Judge Dredd case file things on some sort of ebook format, and I did enjoy that. But the screen on that was quite good. It was one of those 17-inch laptops when they still existed, and you could just put two pages side by side, and that was okay. But then it wasn't very portable. So I think an A4 one might be the way of reading it, but you're going to lose out, of course, on that full page, you know, the 2-page sort of spread things they had. But I was quite overjoyed to see that Samsung have been working on flexible OLED displays, which means there is the potential one day of having a fold-out paper screen, and I think that'll be bloody amazing when that happens, and then I'll be able to invest in that just for reading comics. That's all I'll do with it. And reading sci-fi novels in large print for my failing eyesight. So I don't know if any of you are into sci-fi. I do quite like the anything by Ian M. Banks. I quite like the Honor Harrington sort of series by I can't remember his name. Webber, I think, something Webber. Any of the Larry Niven things. Isaac Asimov's always good. I feel we've walked past a key somewhere. Yes, methinks we have. Held up on the wall by magnets. That's madness, isn't it? A TV so thin it's held up on the wall by magnets. That's like proper futuristic stuff, that is. So fair fight, what sci-fi? You like sci-fi? I like sci-fi. Let's get together and read some sci-fi. No, let's not do that. That's really weird. Sci-fi. Yeah, okay. I do have quite a lot of those Dell monitors. I could try that whole... Maybe I could put two side by side. But Methanoid, my point is not really reading the comics. It's kind of being able to bring the comics with me. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with machete gas. Star Trek. Well, yeah, you can't beat a bit of Star Trek. I'm not really sure if it counts as sci-fi. It definitely counts as a sci-fi show. I'm not going to... But do you read the Star Trek books? Do you read the Star Trek... expanded Star Trek universe? Because I guess they must exist. Let's have a read here. Shelter left, cells right. Ah. Cells. Shelter. Said shells there. 40. That was a good old hit. Bugger. Come on now. So I was reading something about how you converted Babylon 5. Piss off with the Babylon 5s. Now Babylon 5 was okay back in the day, but come on, I can hardly watch it now. It's. I'm trying to remember the name of the characters. It was like the Membari and the. Was it Veer? Veer! It was just these odd little characters. It was good. What was it? The Vorta? The Vorlons? No, the Vorta was Star Trek. The Vorlons. And then they had another alien gassy type species that was their enemy. You can see I remember a lot of Babylon 5. Okay, we know the flying dude's in there. So that means I'm going to probably hit save in a minute first. By minute, I mean immediately. Londo Malari. Because they were like meant to be like the Russians, or to be honest, more like Greeks. Slightly Fagin-y type character. Oh man, this dude is the shit. Ah, no, 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 no. Oh god, hide, run away. Hang on a minute. What's that noise? Sounds like a shit. Okay, I think I can rest now. Oh no, not the room of doom! This is not the room to rest in. Okay, now we can see at least how the... What did that do? This is where I die again. Okay, so I've got a save game. I'm going to just load straight up from where I died. So you converted your wife to Star Wars to Star Trek, which is very impressive. Oh, friggin' thing. I think I'm just going to have to do something with this guy. I don't know if there's any... Oh, that was good. That was good. That was real good. Save it. Yes. Save it. Here. Rusky. Alright, see you, Meth. See you. Cheers. Thank you, sir. So fair fight. Yeah, so you like Asimov. Asimov's good. I remember like reading The Foundation and those sorts of things, and then all of his robot stories and short stories, they're all excellent. They're all, even though it's old sci-fi, it's good sci-fi. And there are certainly a lot of sci-fi books that are old sci-fi and unbearable to read, like really difficult to read, and he's not really one of those. He's one of the ones I can stomach, far more palatable. Babylon 5, I think was... I mean, I was just sort of joshing a little bit. Ah, this is a bastard, isn't it? That's really difficult. I'm presuming I have to go in there. That's what I do as well, Fair Fight. That's how I interact with people when I watch the live stream, because my eyesight isn't really very good to look at a phone like that. Little screen on the phone. So hello, Fairfight 14's wife. You have my every sympathy from marrying such a big nerd. but he's alright. He's not that bad. Is he as awful as everybody says? I can't believe he can be. I'm going to have 2-minute rest, and then I'm going to go in and have a go at dying. So I'm going to shut that, have a little resty, a little sleepy. Have a nice little sleepy. There we go. So I guess he's always trying to put on Babylon 5. He's going, watch my Babylon 5 and watch my Star Trek. Engage! And you're like, yes, dear. Whatever you say, dear. Ooh. There you go. You got called out by your missus as being a big old nerd. Now, I'm guessing what I just went in was some sort of teleport. I think we can all agree that's probably what that was. I'm trying to think what my favourite-ish... I don't have favourite books. I read all of the sort of Salt Pratchett and American Gods and so many bloody things. In fact, I'm just sort of having a quick look just to see if there's anything interesting I've been looking at. Ah, Hyperion. Now, if you ever read any of Dan Simmons' things, his stuff's really good. And I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Olympus and one other thing, which is all like the Battle of Troy and stuff. It was amazing, amazing. And I'm now on his Hyperion, which is pretty much... Okay, I think I've just teleported something out here. So he's teleported that dude away. Am I moving them along? Switchy, switchy, switchy. No, he's not gone there. And yeah, Hyperion's pretty good as well. So yeah, try Dan Simmons. It said it was Gary's mod. See, it's still saying it's Gary's mod to some people. Sorry, Commander Sparkles. I'm sorry if Grimrock's not your cup of tea. It was Gary's mod. It did start out a Gary's mod, but then I remembered I didn't know really how to do Gary's mod anymore. What is this puzzle? So you push the button, it teleports from left to the middle one. Then I push this one to expect him to go here, but it goes back to the leftmost one. So if I hit this one, does it come back into the middle? No, it has gone somewhere else. But that bag of magic stuff has come a bit closer. These are these bloody puzzles, eh? This is a proper puzzle. Right, anyway, get out of here. Let's see if that has done anything to the overworld here. Not really. Still sounds slimy. I think we're going to have to face those bloody things at some point. That's where we want to go. So yeah, sorry, I was talking about sci-fi. I do like the Larry Niven Ringworld series. That is some good... that sounds horrible and slimy. That's some proper good sci-fi there if you're, ever into it. Ah, I got a trick. I'm tricksy, me. I'm tricksy like a tricksy little hobbit. Can't I chuck a stone on there? Shit. Let's see if that is even feasible. I'm guessing this game engine isn't going to allow that, because that would be not good. So you can either chuck it all the way to the wall, or if I just stand further back. So if you read the Larry Niven's Ringworld series, it reminds you a lot of Halo. It's definitely all of that sort of Halo-y type goodness. And also Arthur C. Clarke Rendezvous with Rama. It's also, that's amazing shit. See, there's like I can't even focus on sci-fi now because there's just too much sci-fi to read. Right, well I've kind of done a trick there and got those guys out, but it doesn't help, does it? Oh, there is a button here. Let's shut that, shall we? Maybe I could use the button to administer them, but I can't. Actually, I can. I can just stand here and attack them, can't I? And they can't get past each other. The only difference being here, when I've had enough, unlike last time, I can just shut the gate and have a little breather. I think I've solved the puzzle. Good. That's better. So then I can just do that. Go to sleep for 2 minutes. Rinse and repeat. Sleep, 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 sleep. We're done. I did read an odd book the other day that I had on my phone. So sometimes when you download an app like Aldeco or Google Books, you get like a free book. And I'm guessing they're from sort of public domain libraries or just old books that no one cares about anymore. And it was White Fang. So I've heard of White Fang, and it was awesome. I don't know if you haven't read White Fang, it was about, I think, a husky, and I don't know, something happened or it sort of protected its owner, and it was about this little life of this dog as it goes through all these adventures, a bit like there's a voice keeps on calling me down the road, it's where I'll always be. Every stop I take, I make a new friend. Can't stay for long, just turn around and I'm gone again. Maybe tomorrow I'm gonna settle down. Until tomorrow I'll just keep moving on. Do 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 do. So if you want to join me for a while, just grab a bag and pack your shit. That's hobo style. Yeah! The littlest hobo, mother effers! Right, good. Oh yeah, isn't that a wolf? Oh yeah, maybe it was a wolf. Maybe it wasn't a husky. No, I'm pretty sure he was a husky. There is another reverse tale of White Fang though, where it started off as a, I think, a dog that went into the wild, like a reverse tale. I don't know the details. Who befriended? Maybe he befriended some wolves. Maybe White Fang was a wolf, and then they maybe tried to husky him up. I don't know. Okay, well I'm not sure what the what that sort of magic was here. Maybe if you take the stone away. I do like that there's a puzzle aspect in this game. I think those switches just open that door. Okay, good. So did you watch Littlest Hobo? I think that was obviously the next logical step after my pretty much infallible rendition of the opening tune. That was pretty good, and there was quite a lot of shows at the time like that. You had the Littlest Hobo, you had okay, it's a wolf, whatever. You had Flipper. Do you remember that? They call him Flipper. Flipper. Oh, that's about as much as I'm going to go into Flipper. Flipper. What else? What else? What was Lassie? Lassie, named after the famous drink that they have in India. That's like looks like a lovely smoothie, but it's actually just coriander and milk. Blah. Right. Big Ben. I don't know what Big Ben is. Big Ben? Is it a bear? A big old bear. If I was Ben, I think I would be a bear. Ben the bear. Bareback Ben. Could be an altogether different type of movie. So there is a challenge here. So we need to get into this guy. But that's locked off for us. To think, but a few moments ago I was almost falling asleep, so that's I'm kind of losing track of where I am here. Yet now I'm quite alert. The whole Grimrock adventure. What does it actually say? No weapons allowed inside. Ah, okay. So here. That lady might be able to actually fight with a spear from behind there. That'd be interesting to try. Gentle Ben. Gentle Ben. He was so gentle. What was Lassie doing? I can't even remember the sort of whole story of Lassie. They're always weird. It's always like some sort of widow father and a couple of kids, and the dad's always at work, but the kids sort of, you know, going on adventures with the animals. Pretty formulaic. Right, got me key. Keys are good. Keys are good. Ah! It's Ebenezer good. Ebenezer good, living life on the scene. Know what I mean? Safe. I don't know the lyrics to the Shaman song. Right. Let me just save it now. It's a good point. There's a guy in the place got a bittersweet face, and he goes by the name of Ebenezer Good. I know that much. Okay, got the key. Go. Let's do this. Genital Ben. Genital Ben. Genital Ben. I thought maybe you were sorry, I got confused there. I need another bloody key. I almost said Gentile Ben. I was thinking Gentile Ben. If you were Jewish, perhaps when you were growing up, you had a show called Gentile Ben, and it was about a bear who couldn't act berry on a Friday or something. I don't know the rules. I don't know the law. I really have to investigate the religious taboos of various religions so I can be correct. Hobo was a stray. Hobo was a stray. It reminds me a little bit of the Incredible Hulk going from town to town, going on adventures, and then having some sad music at the end, and maybe he goes away a bit and then he just looks back at the camera and then keeps going. God, I tell you what, this arm's killing me. I've got to warm it up here. Back office is getting a little bit cold, and today is 15 degrees outside, and I could start to feel it in me waters. I can feel it in me waters, lad. That cold was just getting through me already. Oh, look at that first kit! Woo! Secrets and lies. Look, they look like quite trendy little boots, don't they? Little booties. I do like that. Probably ought to be spending more time looking for secrets and lies. Yeah, Hulk. The Hulk. But you know, I used to like Quantum Leap. Okay, you could. It's just endless. Oh boy! Ziggy says there's a 95% possibility of something going down. We're on an express elevator to hell, going down. I can't believe that guy's dead. I can't believe that guy is dead. It's unbelievable how all my childhood heroes are expiring at a rate that's unsurpassed. It's maddening. It's maddening to me. The last one was rubbish. What was rubbish? The last impression I made, or the last episode? I can't even remember the episode. It was getting a bit weird where you had the evil quantum leapers, right? Wasn't it? Remember there was like, oh, you can bust these now? What the heck? Nothing in them. Oh yeah, let's get this guy out. Maybe there's a key here now. You had the baddie evil quantum leapers who was like putting wrong what once went right, if I recall. They were like, I think they were like the devil or something. I don't know if it went spiritual and there was enough to be the devil, but that was their kind of vibey. And I thought, that's a way easier job. It's so much more easy. Is that even real English? So much easier to go round and FS up. See, I'm trying to not swear. I'm going to F your S up. Big time. Then put it right. So Sam's job was way more difficult. So the last quantum leap was rubbish. I don't even remember it. I'll have to just sort of go back. The weird thing about quantum leap, it's just not really on telly that much. I mean, not that I cancelled Sky and stuff ages ago because I don't really watch those things anymore. I did like the odd bit of Game of Thrones, but it wasn't worth 30 quid a month or whatever it was. And yeah, Quantum Leap isn't on Netflix or Amazon Love Film or whatever they call that now. So yeah, I just don't catch it. I might just have to have a look at the what's that thing say again? Shelter left, cells right. It's a shelter. Is that a switch? No. Oh, okay, hang on. What if I put a thing in it? Cockpiss! Cockpiss. Cookpass Babtridge. I'm not swearing, YouTube. Cookpass Babtridge. Aha! What does that do? The amulet. Quark, your mother is wearing clothes. Good. I think we've made a little bit more progress. So the evil ones were controlled by the devil, and Sam was controlled by God. God? What God? Whose God? So Sam was controlled by God, and that's how it finished. And as they say in Futurama, way to kill the franchise, Bakula. Yeah, Scott, you screwed up. It's been a long time getting from there to here. It's been a long time. I don't know the words, by the way, so forgive me. But that time is finally here. Sounds like Michael Bolton singing that. But I will do something or another, and I will touch the sky. No, they're not gonna hold me back no more. No, they're not gonna make me cry. And I got something on the heart. Yeah. You know where I go. That's about it. What was it called? It was like, I've got faith of the heart or something. I got faith. Faith of... You got to do that. The faith of the heart. It was good, actually. I did like that opening music, to be honest with you. It's really emotive. You saw all of those things from history, you know, the space flights, all of that jazz. And, yeah, power ballad. It had everything, really. And I feel it was probably unfair. I don't know why. I don't think Scott Bakula killed the franchise. I think it was just a bit weak. I'm trying to put it. I'm trying to think why it was weak. By the way, I got to go in there and sort this puzzle out. It's definitely a puzzle. I'm trying to think of the doctors. I didn't mind the doctor dude. He was alright. The thing, you know, a lot of the concepts were alright. I think it was just maybe. It was quite hot on the heels after Deep Space Nine finished its run and Voyager was just wrapping up. I mean, Deep Space Nine was just so awesome in its whole space opera type thing, where you had to stay tuned till next week to catch the next part. And then I think Enterprise tried to bring it back to the kind of somewhere in between, not quite Voyagers, not quite Next Generation, but it just sort of fizzled out. Bollocks! I hate puzzles now. They're tricky bloody puzzles. Right, let's try that one again. So that's that guy's not there. Oh, hang on. Oh, I see. They just rotate round one. Well done. Divot. There's our key. There's a hat. There's a hat! Keeps on wearing me. Kinda strange. It's where I'll always be. So if I keep pushing the button, maybe that guy's gonna sort of appear for me here so I can zap him. There we go. I really, I have to admit, I did like Deep Space Nine a lot as well. Deep Space Nine was pretty frigging quality. I don't even mind when it went all a bit weird with the whole par wraiths, I want to say. Remember when Gul Dukat, he turned into a monster dude and killed Kira Nerys. Is that her name? No, not Kira Nerys. He killed... Oh, crikey. Dax! Jadzia. He killed Jadzia Dax! And that was kind of annoying because she was one of the best characters, wasn't she, really? The old Jadzia. Come on. You fancied her, didn't you? Didn't you? Fair fight. Yeah, you dirty perv. And okay, I'm going to save it here because I don't know what happens when you touch that. And then you had another Dax who was a bit rubbish, and she was a weak character. She wasn't very good, but I'll forgive her. I'm just remembering. I don't know anything about the new Star Trek, by the way. I might watch it, might not. Not sure. I don't really know anything about it. But yeah, I'm just remembering something. It's so funny, right? Go back, put on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Go back to the sort of one of the I think it's the first episode, where Sisko's on the station and he's not looking hard because he's looking lame, old, early Sisko. You know, he's young and he's like, you know, not great. And there's a bit where he's taken into the whatever the magic cloud's called, that the whole Deep Space Nine thing is featured about. My memory, by the way, as I got older, is just gone. I just can't remember things anymore. But you know the big space cloud that opens up with the aliens in there. And they sort of show him his wife and all of that, and he does some really lame acting. He's like, "Hot damn!" Woo-hoo! You know, it's bad. It's bad, but it's good. So watch it. Okay, so I'm in a teleporter that I can turn on and off. No, I can't. Yes, I can. So there, that was good. I did like Voyager. I wasn't sure about Voyager when it started, to be honest, but a lot of people were a bit unsure about Voyager when it started, to be fair. Oh, I think that's just putting me in and out the same thing. That's it, the wormhole. Oh yeah, bollocks. Before I go into Voyager, though, how cool. There we go. Was the Defiant. Do you remember the Defiant? That kicked ass, right? There was one scene, I think, when the Defiant was new and it just sort of came online and they got into a little battle and it's like bang! Destroyed everything. I think Defiant, by the way, has a top speed of warp 9.7, I want to say, which was the same as the Enterprise from the Next Generation. So it was pretty bloody fast for a little ship too. Ah, I defeated your puzzle. So that was good. Yeah, Voyager I wasn't sure about, but I kind of got into it. But the whole beginning of Voyager was really lame, with the marquee and blah blah blah, all of that. You know, I know they had to do it. They had to sort of set up all those characters, get them all going. Oh, you can kind of avoid if you're a bit slick with it, because that guy can only move now. Here, nice. Getcha. It was about a sort of space station-y thing, if I recall, who teleported all these things trying to find a genetic DNA match for itself to survive, because it was like 1 billion years old. But it was also protecting a race of lame things. Do you remember there was Neelix had that bird? Pardon my French. Well, not French. I'm not really being sexist. That's what I'm saying. Had that bird who lived on the planet, and she was one of those aliens with weird ears. And the satellite thing was protecting those. And Voyager, that was the whole point. It was there, and it was saying, like, I could send you back because, you know, you're obviously not the same thing as me being made of satellite, you being made of humans. But they're like, oh look, there's this alien race which is like kind of scuzzy alien race which is like crap Klingons. They're going to really screw up this planet if we don't stay behind. So they're like, Janeway's like, yeah, I'm going to stay behind, and we're going to the caretaker, that's what it was called. It was like bugger off, and the caretaker pisses off. And I'm not really sure what happens there, because basically Janeway kind of gets, I think, Neelix and whatever that girl was who could talk to plants, and then they just piss off. So they left him anyway. So something's moving way fast and scary. Jeez, I'm freaking out now. Pardon me. What is that noise? That is so alarming. I'm just going to save it there. So yeah, so Janeway kinda stayed behind, put them all in the Gamma Quadrant or whatever it is, on the pretense of saving those aliens, and then basically proceeded to bugger off. So I'm not sure what the net gain was for that. The caretaker entity. And then I did quite like the Doctor. What is that? It's like there's a noise in my ear. I know you can probably hear it. In fact, I can see that I'm probably overloading the mic, but you should have said. It's very loud and very scary. So I did like the Doctor, and that was about the same time I was in university, actually, now that I remember watching that. It would have been my first year, actually, which would have been 97, 98. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I'm going to lose my dude if I'm not careful, right? Going to use that same little trick I had there. I think this probably approach works on a lot of the bad guys in this game, if you can get them into an open area. Kess, that's it, Kess. Keys, Kess, Kess. Yeah, but am I basically getting the story right? Nice. I can hear another one of those things somewhere. But yeah, I think I effectively did get the story correct, though, in terms of Voyager. I surmised it pretty much succinctly that anybody watching this stream for the first time but has never watched Voyager will instantly get it and go, yeah, that was good. I understand what Voyager is. I could probably surmise loads of sci-fi like that. All I got to do is just think back to any sci-fi and use my failing memory, and I will yeah, just create that shorthand version. So what about Teen Wolf? We don't really remember Teen Wolf anymore, do we? Nobody. It was like a movie growing up. I remember watching Teen Wolf and Teen Wolf 2, and it was great. It was like a big movie at the time. I think it was we enjoyed it. It was a lot like maybe how Back to the Future and things like that was perceived. I think it was also Michael J. Fox. What was that opened up? Something scary. And I like Teen Wolf. I thought it was a good movie. But it just does. It's as if it doesn't exist. And okay, that's that one. And the reason I don't know if it doesn't exist because if it's like extremely racist or something. What is that? What is the point of that? So that opens that thing. Okay, let's leave that alone. Maybe it was like extremely racist or inappropriate somehow now for a modern audience. Okay, so I think we've got I think I picked up a key actually, which means we can go through here now. Key, key, key for the lock, my darling. I've got a key in the hole. I shove it in and in it goes. The door doesn't open because you need some further magic runes. Yeah. Why don't you open, you piece of poo? Don't make me have to sing my songs. That reminds me, I was recently listening to the audiobook of is there another key I got to find for that? Of Shades of Grey by Jasper Fforde. Fforde. If you haven't read or listened to Shades of Grey, I suggest you do. And those of you that have and listened to the audible rendition of it will know why I'm talking in that way, and that's because Jane, one of the characters called Jane, is talks in that manner because she's from, I guess, Cornwall or Devon or the like. And yeah, very good book. It's about a society. It's got a Wicker Man vibe, where they all can only see in certain colours. So they've got like a chromatically arranged society. So you've got the reds and you've got the blues and you've got all the different shades and the greens and the ochres and yellows. And they all seem to have a rank, and then you've got the greys, and the greys are just the ones who can't see any colour at all, and they're like used as the cheap slave workforce, and it's really well done. It's a very good book. Jasper Fforde, Shades of Grey, and yeah, it's nothing to do with 50 Shades of Grey, but it's probably more entertaining, to be honest with you. I've not read 50 Shades of Grey though, so I can't really speak from experience. I know that Fair Fight 14 has, so he can let me know. Most likely because of political correctness, since there's a condition where they grow hair all over. I don't know if Teen Wolf really would have been banned for that, but I don't know what that growing hair all over is called. Just middle age, isn't it? I'm stuck for a key basically at this point, and I can't find it. I did notice there was a compass. I bet does that just tell you where all the stuff is? Keys? Or does it? Oh, it does work, but it's not great. I don't think it's doing what I need it to do. I'm getting a bit tired now. Getting a bit tired in real life. I'm just randomly clicking skills, by the way. Definitely not the way to do it. This one says level up. Oh, yeah, here we go. Hypertrichosis. Hypertrichosis. You've got some hypertrichosis, son. That sound is so loud and so pervasive in my ears, I can't help feeling that it's something to do. The puzzle involves the sound. Got to find a key. What do we know? We know that we've got these walls, which none of them seems to have anything weird about it, apart from this, which then does a weird blocky openy thing. When we shut down that wall, this wall shuts down, and nothing to do with this torch. But we push that, shuts that. But we push this and it opens. Then if we push this, it shuts that one, which would be the... This would be an odd state. This is not the state when you come in here because that was open. So maybe it opens and shuts something somewhere else. Oh shit! Ah, hang on, I got discombobulated. It's alright, I'm back on track now. Have it. Come on, come on. No. Have you watched any of the Star Trek? No? What Star Trek Continues? What is that? What is Star Trek Continues? That sounds amazing. Is it a... is it like the cartoon? Because I really liked the cartoon that had all of the original cast in it. I think they made more of the cartoon than the original. I don't know what Star Trek Continues in. I have to admit, I don't know where it's based. I don't think there could be a Star Trek that exists that I haven't watched though. So I'm not sure what that is. Is it an animation? Is it anime? Hi, I'm anime. Right. So we've got another sort of potential switch puzzle here going on. And we have. And there's the key! The final key, the final key. I have got it all for me. Now, I'm going to have a look at the Star Trek Continues because I got the idea of some fan-based fanfic. But I want to talk to you about young Einstein. Because I watched that the other day, as in yesterday, and it was freaking amazing. It was amazeballs. And that's good too. If you haven't seen Young Frankenstein, and it's really sad because Gene Wilder, I didn't even know he had died somehow. I don't know how I'd missed that. And then that's how I learnt he'd expired last year. But it was bloody good. And I used to watch, you know, that's, again, Gene Wilder was pretty much... not good. A sort of childhood staple, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Star Trek Discovery, you have to subscribe to it. So what service is Star Trek Discovery on, if you don't mind me asking? Is it on one of the ones I'm likely to have? And oh, Netflix. But I don't think that's Star Trek Discovery, is it? Whatever's on Netflix must be something else. I feel I'm getting nearer the footsteps of scariness now. Yes. That was good, wasn't it? I think I'd be getting better. Now I'm investing in all these other magics, but we haven't actually tried to figure out how to use them. So that is fire. That's fizzle. Oh, CBS. All right. So I don't know what it's going to be over here. It could be on anything really. It's all bloody hell. I'm going through all these to try to work out. So you've got fire, air and water. Bollocks to that. Maybe I should try to get a rest here. Hopefully not awaking. Oh, new Star Trek on Netflix. Awesome. Well, that's fine. I've already got Netflix, so I'm pretty pleased about that. It'll give me something to watch when Rick and Morty is finally sort of bored me. Or Netflix have done its random thing of just it disappears. So, you remember sometimes when Rick and Morty would be on Netflix and then you go to watch and it'd be gone. That's particularly frustrating behaviour of that system. Come on, you. Eat my fungus. So yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting. I think it's new Star Trek Discovery set before Kirk but after Enterprise or something. It's got to have some sort of planned time thing. I'm just having a little bit of a snack. Eat up. I like how everything sounds like an apple. I might just make that sound every time I eat everything. Mmm. I'm getting kind of creeped out now. Whatever that sound. Those mushroom dudes. Eat that, mushroom tip! The Orville, what a lame name. The Orville. The Orville shite. Yeah, I think Orville looks good. Isn't that with Family Guy dude? That I think I could get into that. I think it reminds me of that movie. What was that movie that was a sort of piss take of Star Trek? By Van Xanthar's Hammer or something. I like that one a lot. Shit. Oh, sheesh. Oh, she. The bad thing happened. The bad thing happened. Keep going. Get them. Ah. Yeah, Seth MacFarlane. What was that name though? Galaxy Quest. That was the movie. That was a kind of a sort of Star Trek piss take. And I thought when I saw a clip of that, I was like, oh yeah, that I could get into that. I could get into it. I tell you what though, this game is good. This has grown on me a lot. I can't remember how much I paid for this. I was watching my memory is that bad now that I can't even remember. I've got to like look on my phone and go on Patreon. How is this possible? Your creators. Kim Justice. Fudge hell. This game was recommended to me by yeah, Kim Justice, and I remember buying it right away, and basically forgetting I owned it. But I'm trying to remember how much I paid for it. It was really reasonable. I think it was like a £5 or something. Hyperdrive. Oh yes. Come on, you can't beat Hyperdrive. I'm gutted that they just didn't keep making more Hyperdrives. I think Hyperdrive was that kind of Red Dwarf type humour that we'd all sort of missed, really. Shit. I'm just trying to do this walking back trick to buy me a bit more time. Yeah, hyperdrive was very awesome, and I love that whole idea. It was kind of meant to be. It kind of felt maybe a bit like a kind of a Yes Minister in space or something. No, not quite. That's not the right way of doing it. More like the Navy Lark in space. Those of you watching are probably too young to know what I'm talking about the late Navy Lark, but oh yes, oh yes, oh no, how did I get hit? Oh, another squiddly diddly. Just you and me, mono a mono, mono a fungus. Got it. So when I saw an ad for the Ride of Hyperdrive, I wonder if the Orville is just USA rebranding. I don't know. I don't think it is. I think it is its own thing. But you know, let's watch it, and then we will make our minds up, shall we? I've not been paying any attention to what power-ups I've been giving these people. Let's try having a little kip. See if we're waking up. Played any other dungeon crawlers before? I'm going to say not really. Maybe like a little Angband. But in all honesty, I used to play, the nearest thing would have been quite a lot of Diablo and Diablo 2. I loved those. Those were... This guy is amazingly badass. Oh, it's because he's throwing stuff. He's got like a magic. Like this. He's acting like my shield. Yeah, I really like Diablo. I did play a little bit of Diablo 3 on the Xbox 360. I think it is a good game, actually. It is good. It's good because it's kind of just really maintained the Diablo 1 and Diablo 2-ness of it all. Nanite fair fight, and I think I might have to go to bed soon, to be honest with you. I was falling asleep earlier, and that is normally a sign that you should have a little bit of a sleepy. But yes, thank you very much for your interaction, and have a good night. And to Mrs. Fairfight14, you know, I know you'll be going to sleep, but be thinking of me. The night. Yeah, don't answer that. In terms of other dungeon crawlers, though, I don't think so. Can you name a few? Maybe you might jog my memory, actually, and then I'll remember if I'd played them or not. Just trying to think. I might have played Shadow Worlds back in the day. Shadowlands. Now you might be too young to remember Shadow Worlds and Shadowlands. My wife is telling me, am I like having a bath? Eye of the Beholder, yeah. I'm thinking I didn't really play Eye of the Beholder, but I'm thinking I might have played Might and Magic. I do remember Might and Magic. Which might have been a bit, not really a bit like this, because it was more, whoa, actually that guy's nearly dead. Oh gosh. There we go. Bang. Let me answer my wife. There we go. In a bit. I'm answering it with a very non-committal. Oh. If ever I could have done with a Kipping game, now is the time. Oh, that's not good. Oh, why didn't I do my little running around in a circle trick? Okay. Take your time. Ah! Liver. I've got his liver. I'm just going to see if I can make it back to that crystal, because I think it's pretty much my only option at the moment if the crystal can truly resurrect skeleton people. Go about there. Right. Does it show on a map? What's that square thing? Oh, you can write stuff, can you? I'm in trouble now. I'm kind of just wondering if I've kind of killed. Dead people can carry stuff. That's so handy. Are you holding up their corpses in front of you as you walk around, I wonder? I'm just trying to find that crystal, and I'm kind of hoping I seem to have killed most of the weird bad dudes in the process. Ever designed a schematic from scratch? When you say schematic, are you talking about an electronic schematic or something else? What do you mean, like a level? Because I just designed one 2 minutes ago. Oh, there it is. Yes! Yes! Whew. That's good. That is good. Electronic, yeah? I have definitely designed an electronic schematic from scratch. If you look through my videos, you'll see me doing that. And in fact, this is down to my last one. This is my Booby Cortex board, and I designed this one live. I like the way that the hand is shining through it. I designed this one live in a live cast. And also I kind of designed the live concept for this RetroNet unit. Oh yeah, but let me show you my RetroNets. So those of you who know what RetroNets are, these are the little Wi-Fi modems for connecting your retro computers. So here's just a kind of one I've just painted a little bit white. It's kind of originally a weird ivory colour, so that's a white. And I've had a go at painting one mustard, so that was a retro mustard colour. I do like how these are sort of shining through green, so I'm trying to... I can't stop them doing that without messing with the green screen. That's just a primed white ready to be painted. In fact, that white is a primed white. They're just primed. This is a Atari ST colour. That's a grey that matches an Atari ST. That's a sort of tangerine colour. These all just had one coat, by the way. They're not finished. They're just sort of test ones. That's a sort of tangerine colour. Yeah, Wi-Fi for old Ataris, exactly. I do use that for my Atari ST. This one is in Spectrum Black. Look at that, Spectrum Black. And yeah, indeed, it is basically, and this is sort of first time really I'm really showing anybody, they're modems. So these plug into your Atari ST or old PC and let you go on the internet with them, or go on old bulletin boards, or act as a virtual Wi-Fi serial link There you go, there's a bunch of them here. And you can see that I did design this live in the channel. I don't have a PCB to show you, unfortunately, because I've just built them into that, and that was the original 3D case. So yeah, I do. So I have, I do plan on selling them. If you go to my website, backofficeshow.com/shop, you'll see, or project, it'll be in the project page at the minute, because I'm not really good at writing up my projects, especially my more in-depth ones. It will be on there for now. But yes, I will be selling them. Have a look on there. I've just done the mouse mats and they're all gone. They sold out instantly, so that was it's kind of a shame, because I had an Atari ST mouse mat. I would quite like to keep one, but they're all gone. So yeah, I've designed stuff from scratch and I do productize them. But these Booby Cortexes are quite nice. They're quite exciting. These are an ARM processor with also a CAN bus transceivers. So they can talk to each other, and then all of the pin headers so you can get out there. They're an evolution on the Booby board, which also I've designed, which is one of those, and that's the Booby board. And you can buy these. These are a PIC microcontroller board, and they come with a standard firmware that lets you run them out of the box, or you can program them yourself using the appropriate hardware. These are kind of my kits. Unlike a lot of the Arduinos and things, mine might require support chips. The Booby Cortex you can put a firmware on without anything, just over USB, because it's got bootloader. Booby board you'd have to program properly using a PIC Kit 3. But if you ever want to learn how to use, I'm going to say next level tools, that's really like, just using C basically on these. That's the way you've got to go. But yeah, have a look at backofficeshow.com shop. I do sell a few bits and bobs, and I will be selling the Union C64. Now, yeah, some people are making C64 adapters for these, and if you are a Twitter user, please go on Twitter and ping me on there, and I can put you in touch with the lads who are doing the C64 stuff. So they're basically going to be working on all the platforms. Again, look at that cool tangerine colour. I'd say this is kind of more of a C64 VIC-20 colour. But yeah, I think an Atari ST is good. I've tested it on that, really works well. And also sort of vintage PC. So if you've got an old PC and you can load up Procom Plus or something on it and just get on that, that's pretty good. So yeah, you've got a lot of choices, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think the Atari ST offers a pretty good experience. I'd advise that a lot. I love the Atari ST. That's kind of where I cut my BBS teeth on, so I'm always going to have a soft spot for it. Ooh. And the software works really well on it. I quite like VanTerm, so if you do get an Atari ST, look for VanTerm. That's a really nice terminal type emulator software. Let me just dispatch this guy. Commodore 64s and things like that probably will work. They did have some services, but you kind of want to be able to also look at stuff that can do maybe 80 character wide screens and things like that. Just as an option. I don't know. I don't really know. I didn't have didn't use modems on 8-bit stuff. Look at these dudes. I think we found out what that noise was now. Marching marauders. Only a patient man can defeat Demon's Gaze. Ah! This is where I die. And this could be where I might stop playing Grimrock, to be honest with you. I like how I'm being attacked by a legion of legionnaires. It's not going to go down well. Yeah. So, with that... Sorry, you can see my little floating green screen there. So with that, I might don my cloak of invisibility and maybe bid thee farewell, because I need to go to bed. But thank you so much for interacting with me and hanging out with me tonight through a little bit of Gary's Mod and a lot more of Grimrock, discussion on sci-fi, and leading up to RetroNet adapters, hashtag RetroNet, backofficeshow.com projects page. And yeah, hope you join me on some future live stream. I'm probably going to maybe play a bit of Kerbal next, but maybe a bit more Grimrock. I quite like Grimrock. Have a lovely evening, rest of the day, good night wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. All the best, and may your God bless you. Bye bye.